Ciao, I'm Marianne Esposito, host of Ciao Italia, seen on PBS. And today I'm in the Ciao Italia garden because we're in mid-July, it's hot, and it's perfect for harvesting basil, because today we are going to be making the classic pesto. And I'm going to show you a few tricks on how you do that. But here are my basil plants planted on black plastic to cut down on weeds. Also covered with remet or floating row covers to keep out bugs, but allow sunlight in, rain in, and get rid of anything that's pesky. So now it's time to harvest this. You see how beautiful these leaves look? And so in order to make pesto, you need a lot of basil. When you just press on the leaves, you get that nice peppery clove smell. So I'm going to harvest some of these leaves and not take all of them because I will be able to get more basil as time goes on, because these will just create more. So you need about, I would say, 2 packed cups of fresh basil leaves in order to make a tiny jar of pesto. So we're going to be in the kitchen today making basilico pesto. Here's that basil that we just picked in the garden. And now it's in a vase of water. It's on the stem and it's going to stay at room temperature. You never want to put it in the refrigerator because basil hates cold. So we took the leaves off the stem and here we have it now. And all I did was rip these leaves up a little bit. Why? Because when I put it in the food processor, I won't have to use the blade as long as I would if I had them whole. This bruising really ruins the color of basil. So you want to really cut it up or break it up into small pieces. So for pesto, here's what you need. And we're going to do this in a food processor. The original way is to do it in a mortar and a pestle, but we all know we don't have time for that. So you want to start with a clove of garlic, a whole clove of garlic. When you buy garlic, make sure you're buying a tight bulb. No holes, no gaps, no brown spots. Then you need some coarse salt. You need this abrasiveness, so you want a little coarse salt. And to make pesto, you can use either pine nuts, walnuts, some people use almonds. This is about 1/4 cup of almonds. Now I'm doing this part first before I put the leaves in because that's going to create less bruising. So that's another tip. So in a food processor, you could do this in a blender, you want to pulse it. You want to leave some texture, but you really want to grind that up well. Now we have our ground up nuts and garlic and salt. Now we add the basil. So you want at least 2 cups of packed basil leaves. Seems like a lot, but it's only going to make about 1/2 pint. And then I add a little extra virgin olive oil right there, like that. And you can make this as soupy or as thick as you would like it. Put the top back on. And again, you press to judge how thick or soupy you want it by just taking off the top and looking at it. So you see how nice and green it has stayed. And I want to add just a little bit more olive oil to that because I want it just a little looser. So again, I'm just eyeballing this, but you can find the recipe for classic pesto on ciaoitalia.com. Top goes back on. Pulse. Have a gander here. And there, that's exactly what I want. It's thick enough for pasta, for crostini, for putting on grilled vegetables. And then how do you keep it? Well, you want to start in a very clean jar, sterilized jar, and you want to fill it with your pesto. Once it's filled, you want to make sure that you leave room at the top to cover it with extra virgin olive oil because you do not want any air pockets in there. Air pockets will cause this to turn brown. Then you're going to put this in the refrigerator. And when you want to use it, you simply take it out me, like that. Take it out, whatever amount you need. And spread the rest down. Refill with extra virgin olive oil to cover the top again so that no air leaks in there. You cover it, you put it back in the fridge. You'll have to bring it to room temperature to use it. But that's how you make classic pesto.